Hello, hello. Happy Friday. Well, let's see here. I've got a new mic, so I'm checking to make sure that I am live. Looks like I'm live. All right. Happy Friday, all. Oh my goodness. It is almost here. The countdown, not to what you all think, not to Christmas, but to my son's birthday. He's turning 7 this weekend, and we are going to have a blowout. So I just ran in here from Target from shopping, and then as soon as I'm done, I'm going to run back and finish up. But I wanted to pop in here because we have an important topic, one that I wanted to follow up with from last week and expound upon again this week. So let's get right down to it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about inclusive holiday celebrations. Okay, so when we say happy holidays or season's greetings this time of year, we could be talking about Christmas, we could be talking about Hanukkah, we could be talking about the US or the Western New Year. There's so many different celebrations and holidays that are going on this time of the year. Heck, just celebrating winter can be a celebration for some. So, how do we leverage this time of the year to increase our inclusion? Well, lean in closely to all my DE&I and HR leaders. I want to support you in you supporting your people managers. Okay, so give them these specific step by step, don't miss a step, step by step practices. Okay. All right. First off, you're going to tell them, guide them, encourage them, really, really strongly recommend that use this time during staff meetings or one on ones to connect with their people. So, the first thing that they're going to do is they are going to start off by sharing or disclosing a little bit about themselves. Okay. What this time of the year means to them. What are some traditional family related or friends related holiday things that they do in terms of, special desserts that they usually try to bake, or drinks that they make, or vacations that they plan to take, anything like that. Just something very small. It does not have to be deep. If they don't want to disclose anything about their family, they can just say what's something that they like to do this time of year. Like, hey, they use this time off or they use vacation time to do XYZ, right? Just something small, something minor, should they choose to, if they're able to. That's about them personally, right? This is where we're trying to do the whole connection thing. We're going to start it off, lead by example, okay? The second thing that they're going to do is they're going to invite their team member, the person that they're talking to, or the group of people in the team meeting into the conversation by allowing them time and space to share as well, if they choose to, right? And again, disclose as much as you want, as little as you want during this time. And feel free to keep it light, especially if this is something new that they're not used to doing. It's going to feel a little awkward, a little weird. Like, wait a minute, we're usually all about business, and here Bill or Susan or Jane or Leslie is now coming to the meeting talking about fun stuff or personal stuff. It might jar people right at first. So start light and just tell them to turn it over and say, hey, what are some of the things that you plan to do this holiday season? And here's the biggest, most important step that they always want to gloss over, that they always just want to skim right through. Shut up. Keep your mouth shut. Tell them to be quiet. Listen. This is listening time, right? This is now we're listening for, if the person that they're talking to, or the group of people that they're talking to, has a partner or a spouse or family or children, grandchildren that are maybe out of town or in town. We're listening for keys where we can make a connection. Okay. So just they have to do this step. They have to be quiet and listen, active listening. And if they need to, and I do it as well, because my memory is shot, right? Especially if I have a large team, forget about it. Just jot it down, write it down, right? As they're going around the circle or as they're going around the Zoom screen, whatever the case may be. just write down notes about, and you can kind of keep a little running file or a little folder about the names of their children, the names of their grandchildren, anything, an anniversary that they're selling. Maybe it's a birthday, like my son's birthdays during the holidays, right? That would be something that if I was connecting with my supervisor on, for him or her to remember that my son's birthday is around the holidays and to ask me what we have planned, that would know, hey, you know something about me. You remembered something that I shared personal about myself. You took the time, you remembered it, and now you're taking the time to ask me about it and following up. So that's key, right? So those are the key steps. Now we want to add on to that, and we're going to add on to that by expounding and saying, don't assume that you know what your team wants to do to celebrate for the holidays. Okay. So you have to remind them that now is the perfect opportunity to make this a team effort. And this is kind of like a group thing where you as the leader don't just dictate to say, hey, we're going to go off and we're going to play, Kahoot online, or we're going to, do an online scavenger hunt, that's great. If you have those ideas, absolutely share those, lead those off. Again, we're leading by example, but invite the team for feedback, right? That is critical. The last thing you want to do is to squander this time of the year with a phenomenal opportunity for everyone to come together and maybe share or educate their team members about a holiday tradition or practice that is not normally practiced in the United States or not normally practiced here in the West. Now is an opportunity to open up and provide just a phenomenal opportunity for folks to really connect with each other and connect with their leaders as well, right? That's what this is about, is creating an environment of inclusion where everyone feels that they had at least the opportunity to join in and participate. Okay. So those are the key steps. I'll review them one last time for you to jot these down so you can tell your people managers. Okay. And if you are a people manager listening in, by all means, feel free to do this for your team. So step one is you disclose first, lead by example. Okay. Step two, invite others into the conversation by asking them something about themselves. Step three, shut your trap. Be quiet. Don't talk. Listen. Now is not the time to try to make artificial connections, right? If somebody says, I'll give an example. If someone says, hey, usually this time of year, we all get together as our family. And because we lost our matriarch in our family during the holidays, whenever we get together as a family, we all love to go to the cemetery and put maybe a wreath or, sing a song around her gravesite. And we share memories about her. And that's how we honor our matriarch's passing, but we celebrate her life in that way, right? Phenomenal. Again, shut your trap. Don't say anything. Now is not the time for you to try to make a connection and say, oh, hey, we lost our great Aunt Ida 10 years ago, right on Christmas Eve. I know exactly what you're going through, yada, 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 yada. Nope. Now's not the time to share that story. Don't do it. Okay. Remember, shut your trap, ears open. Okay. And then lastly, you want to, when you're planning your events, when you're planning holiday downtime, when you're planning something fun for the team, and hopefully you are planning something fun for your team, now's the time to, again, lead by example. Start off with ideas that you may have. That is absolutely fine. It shows that you're taking the initiative and that you're not just pawning it off on them to do. So you coming with ideas to the table to say, hey, I've thought about this. I care about you all. Here's some ideas that I have. And then invite them for their feedback, right? And they can say, yes, and we can do this. Or actually, we did that 2 managers ago. Let's try something else, right? But again, you're inviting feedback so that you all can co-create some team building and an environment where everyone can be included. Okay, so that's it. That's it for holiday tips. Next week will be the 16th, December 16th. So we've got one more lesson. And then after that, we're going to do a big reveal for 2023. So you are not going to want to miss that live. And then we're going to take a break. All right. So with that, I will see you all next Friday. Take care and season's greetings. Bye now.